Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Becoming a Powerhouse Brand. I am coming to you today because I really wanted to record this episode while I'm in the moment because I know that it's going to relate to so many of you that are listening to this right now that are maybe going through a similar thing. So you might be able to tell from my voice that I'm not in my full 100% health. My voice is very croaky. I have come down with what I'm assuming is some kind of COVID on crack. Like it's just, yeah, not been a great weekend in terms of health. It's completely knocked me. But I'm getting back into things today. I've done a live delivery on Instagram. And yeah, just getting back into the swing of things, but taking my time with it. And I wanted to come into you today to talk about the highs and lows of expanding and scaling your business. Because whilst I'm here talking about alignment and making sure that you are building a business that is in total alignment to you, can you tell I'm stumbling over my words here. So this is not going to be my best episode, but I'm all about bringing you on this journey of building a brand and showing you the highs as well as some of the not necessarily lows, but the reality of what happens when you're building your brand, when you're pivoting or changing something in your business. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. So I wanted to talk about the highs and lows or the sort of peaks and troughs of expanding, scaling your business. And this is relevant to you no matter what stage you're at. If you are taking any kind of level up, when you're expanding, when you're growing your business, doing things that are a bit different, maybe feel a bit scary, you are going to hit points in your business where it feels like it's not working, things are failing, things are not moving the way that you want them to. But actually, what is really happening when you take a step back from that is you're just in this kind of stagnant stage. So, the beauty with scaling and growing your business and like scaling as your own personal self, as your personal brand, is you can grow and you can expand and you can do all of these things, but you can never go backwards again. Like you're only, when you're expanding, you are only ever you're getting to that sort of size. And then if things aren't then working after that, you don't then get smaller. You're staying that same size. It just feels like you're getting smaller because things aren't moving at the same speed that they have been. So when things are going really, really well and they're moving at a really good speed and you're just like, oh my God, what is happening here? Like, this is it. This is my moment. Things are really taking off. Like everything's going so well. It's amazing. Everything can fly really quickly and it feels incredible. But then what can happen is there's this little pause that happens where the kind of universe is then testing you in, is this actually what you want? Is this in alignment? And things can pause. And that might be a moment of you stop getting so many leads. It might be you stop getting so many people joining your mailing list. It might be you don't suddenly get a load of discovery calls. It might be that more people are saying no to your offers. It might be your engagement drops. Like whatever it is, there'll be parts of what is happening to you from your 3D reality, like the outside world, of showing you that, hang on a minute, you just need to take this moment to pause. And I think it's really important to understand that when you're going through these stages in your business, not to see it as a bad thing. Like, this is actually a really powerful, good thing in your business, in your growth, because it gives you that time that you need to reflect and to really focus on what you want to be doing and how you're going to move forward. Because when you're scaling, you have to do things that feel uncomfortable. And whilst I'm all about building a business and a brand that is in perfect alignment to you and where you want to be going and creating that vision, in order to do that, you have to step outside your comfort zone. So that will naturally mean that there will be things you experiment with and try that feel out of alignment. Like the very first time I did a live, the first time I went to a networking event or any kind of event where I didn't know anybody, the first time I did a live for somebody else, the first time I was a guest speaker for somebody else, all of these different things, I had never done them before. And as somebody that growing up through school would never put their hand up, was not the confident person in answering questions or putting themselves on the spot, to be in a position now where I'm doing that and I'm actually enjoying doing it, had I never have stepped out of that comfort zone and tried, I would never be doing this podcast. I would never be hosting guest sessions and really enjoying the impact that has and how you can help other people in doing so. Like I probably would not be mentoring other people right now because I would never have got to the point of testing and having things that didn't go according to plan so that I can teach others how things can and can't work. Um, And I just wanted to come on here today to talk about actually what happens in reality when you are scaling, because it's not all plain sailing. It's not all the hype that you see online in how incredibly things are going and all the good things in life and everything that's going really well with the launch and this amazing launch that's had six figures, all of these incredible things you see online. That's not always been the case for that person. And I think it's really important to know that. So I just wanted to share really honestly and openly right now. Obviously, I started my personal brand building journey about 18 months ago now. And I went through this whole self discovery and I'm still doing it now. I'm still working on my vision, which naturally means that where I'm sort of really honing in on who I am as a person and figuring out what I want to be doing, what I want to be known for, how I want to help others, my business is shifting all the time. And to myself, it might feel like I'm chopping and changing and pivoting all over the place, which may seem chaotic to the outside world, but that's my own personal thing. That's my own personal belief, because actually, to the outside world, they're not seeing that. All they're seeing is that I'm showing up with confidence and sharing my content, and they're engaging in what it is that I have to say and finding it really helpful for them. So, the behind the scenes chaos that happens when you're pivoting and going through any kind of up level in your business, it's on you. It's your own sort of personal beliefs if it feels sort of chaotic from the outside world, because actually it's not coming across in that way. And it's all part of the growth. It's all part of going through these different level ups. And I tell my mentoring clients this all the time, that when you are transitioning, when you are taking a pivot, when you're trying something new, when you are growing, when you're doing something you've never done before, it feels scary as hell. Like it really can feel very scary. But when you push through those comfort zones and you're doing something new, that is where you're going to find what you're incredible at. That's where you're going to find your true power and what you want to be doing more of. It's also where you're going to be finding things that just are not in alignment, things that you don't want to be doing. So I'm going through a stage right now, like I would say in the last week, it's been really challenging for me. And I don't know if this is back from where we had a family issue a couple of months ago or a month ago now, where my brother was severely unwell and it completely knocked me. It took me off track and my vision, like everything I feel from that moment has changed because I went through that very traumatic experience of realizing that actually like work has to take the back seat here. Like my family is the priority right now. And it's made me really focus on aligning myself with where I'm going. And again, I feel like I'm going through some kind of pivot or change. And it's meant that I feel like things are not moving at the speed that they were. But I've almost needed this to happen in order for me to really focus on what is in alignment. And today, for the first time in about a week, I would say, I feel like something has clicked in me. So I'm launching my group program, a new group program called the Brand Academy, which opens in September 2024. And I have been working on this all year. It's been something I've been thinking about doing all year. I'm already running a group program at the moment, which was the first time I've ever run it, which was very much my beta launch to see what I do or don't want to be doing, how I'm going to run my future group programs. And this program that I'm about to launch now, I have been talking myself out of it. I have been going through that. What if people don't buy? What if this happens? What if it doesn't feel aligned? What if I don't get as many branding clients? And all of these different things going around in my head, and basically all of those limiting beliefs that come up. But the power of actually working through those limiting beliefs means that you're actually going to be pushing forward and getting better results from doing so, because you're not letting limiting beliefs dictate your actual reality and what happens. So every single time I get these doubts in my head, I'm journaling about it. I'm actually thinking, right, why is this coming up for me right now? Why am I having these thoughts? What past experiences, maybe even back from my childhood, that are bringing these up? What do I need to work through? And then I'm actually working through all of those limiting beliefs as they come up, which is enabling me to get to a point like today where something has clicked, like something has shifted in me today that has made me feel so goddamn excited about this program that it literally feels like the stars are aligned. Something's happening right now, that things are just shifting into place. And even 24 hours ago, I didn't feel this shift. Like this is something that's literally happened today. Whilst I was out, whilst I was doing a bit of what was it, like a hypnosis listening audio thing, whatever it was. I was just listening to something and I was like, oh my God, like this is it. This is what I'm meant to be doing. Like things are coming into alignment now, and I've suddenly got this huge, like crystal clear clarity in where it is I want to be going and what I want to be doing. And all the stuff I'm working on behind the scenes with my sales funnels and creating a separate website and doing all of these things and overcoming any limiting beliefs. And I'm working in a mastermind at the moment with a coach that I'm working with, who totally gets brand. And it's just really amazing that all the work that I've been doing for this entire year so far feels like it's suddenly clicked today, like literally today. And this is the thing, you have to keep going. Like things will feel hard. Being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. And it's the reason why so many people literally don't even get past the first 3 year mark. Like there's a huge, it's like 90% of people that start their own business that give up after 3 years because it's hard. It is not the easy option by any means at all. You will need to grow a thick skin because you are going to have to push yourself through things that you never thought you would have gone through. It's not the easy option. You are going to go through the lowest of lows, but also the highest of highs. You are going to meet people that will literally change your world. But you're also going to come across people that trigger you. Like that is part of the journey. And also we can trigger ourselves with things like with our own limiting beliefs. And the reason I wanted to share this today is because I'm all about being real. I want to take you on this journey with me, with building my own personal brand, because I know whether you are building a personal brand, maybe you're launching a new offer, maybe you're doing something you've never done before in your business, maybe you are looking to scale your business by adding in some kind of group program, or maybe you're doing like passive income or whatever it is that you're doing that feels scary. It could even be you have just invested in something you have never done before that is a hell of a lot of money that you've never spent in your life and you feel terrified because it's the unknown, it's something you've never done before. That is why I wanted to share today's episode, because I want you to actually appreciate that when things feel hard, when you feel like things aren't moving and you do feel like you've gone backwards, that things are dipping, like you're in this absolute low, it's not a low, it's a pause. It's literally a pause. And it is your opportunity to take a step back and think about, right, has my vision changed? Has my ideal client changed? What do I really want to be doing? Do I need to shift my messaging? Do I need to shift my strategy? Do I need to just give myself a couple of days to totally switch off from everything that I'm doing to just bring myself back and get that realignment in where I'm going with my business? And just remember that if this is you right now and you're going through a low and you feel like everything is on top of you, you've got all this stuff on your to-do list, it feels like you can't like get out of this, you're just treading water all the time, that this is only a tiny, tiny blip. Like it's a tiny blip. You are just in this stagnant stage at the moment. It's not a low. You're staying still. But this is your time to pause and reflect and focus and realign where you're going. Because when you do that work, when you do that inner work, incredible things happen. I went through this last year and I then had my best month in business the following month. Like I absolutely smashed any other month had ever had at that point. But the month before that happened, like I literally was at the point of I'm just going to sell my business. It's not working. Like it doesn't feel in alignment. Things are not working out. But I did this inner work. I did the work. I focused on what I wanted to be doing. I focused on my vision. I overcame those limiting beliefs and I just went out there with this new energy and had my best month ever. This is just a tiny blip if you are feeling this right now. So I just wanted to remind you that this won't last forever if you are going through this point in your business. And also, if you've been through this, if you're currently in a really high place and you're listening to this, knowing that you have been there, you've been in this place, let me know. Send me a message if this is related to you, because I love to have conversations with people in my DMs. Drop me a DM on Instagram at Jackie Laws, because I would just love to know if this has resonated with you, if you're feeling this, if you're in this stage. This is a blip. This is just a tiny little fraction of where you're going to be going. And you are going to do amazing things if you just really focus and get that realignment and just keep moving. Take baby steps, like just take little steps in the right direction. And I promise you, it will all be worth it. But send me a DM, let me know how this has helped you today and if this has resonated with you. And if you are going through a massive high, but you have had this low, and you want to share your experience, drop me a message because I would just love to hear your story of where you've got to. And I cannot wait to share more about the Brand Academy because it's going to be freaking amazing. And I'm just so excited for all the women that are going to be jumping in. I'm going to be sharing more about this soon. But make sure you follow me on Insta because that's where I'm sharing all the juicy gossip, all of the stuff. And yeah, I am just so freaking excited to be getting it out there into the world. And if you are interested in joining me in my group program, in my member mind, as I'm calling it, send me a message and we can maybe jump on a call and see if it is the perfect fit for you. But I hope you have a beautiful day and I will see you in another episode of Becoming a Powerhouse Brand. Speak to you soon.
Thank you for listening to this podcast episode. If you're ready to unlock the secrets of building your own personal brand, head over to my website, baileyandrue.com, where you can grab my free Brand Brilliance Blueprint today. It's your roadmap to success in the world of branding. And hey, let's stay connected beyond the podcast. Follow me on Instagram at baileyandrue for daily inspiration, behind the scenes insights, and exclusive content to fuel your brand journey. See you there.